I'm calling you out. I know you've got it. The someday gear, the for the Mellow Death project I'm planning guitar, and the for when I have more time keyboard or drum kit. But you know who probably has way more someday gear than you? It's me, of course. So today, I'm gonna audit my collection before the IRS does. The fact is that having more gear isn't making me a more prolific artist. I'm not making and releasing more music because I have more stuff. And in fact, lately I've been thinking it's the opposite. To everything there is a season, a time to acquire, and a time to yeet. And yeeting season is upon us. To that end, I'm gonna be adding all of my someday gear to the yeet pile and listing the contents of it for sale on my new Gear Exchange storefront, which you can find at the link in the description. Today's video is sponsored by Gear Exchange, and Gear Exchange is just where Sweetwater customers go to buy and sell used gear. And I think it's the best place on the internet to list your yeet pile. But more on that later. Right now, I'm gonna show you what too much of a good thing looks like. So let's take a quick little tour of the gear that is clogging up my life and play everybody's favorite game, Keep or Yeet. All right, so this is what we're working with here. I can't swing a dead ferret without hitting 10 pieces of gear that are potential keep or yeet, all right? Like, look at this. We got a guitar on every wall, a hanger in every possible space. Just on my coffee table, not one, but two interfaces. Look at this, we got the iRig, we got an Apollo X4. This is an amazing interface. Yeet. I don't need it anymore. It could be your amazing interface now. Keep, keep, keep. And then over here, we've got the pile of shame, more or less. Basically all yeet. Line 6 Pod Go, still got the plastic on it. Alesis Micron yeet. Alesis Mesh kick drum pad. I have 3 of these. Yeet. Bag of fingers, don't worry about it. Keep, you don't have a bag of fingers? Keep. Mission Audio powered cab, yeet. Keep. Half of my Xavier Alto sit-stand studio desk. The other half of it is in the kitchen. It would have been like $5,000 brand new, but somebody gave me a desk that's more suited for my purposes. So this thing's been sitting here in the way for like a year. Pickup only yeet. Over here, the expressive E-Osmos. I'm gonna have to make a hard decision about this one. Do I need it? All right, into the kitchen. Underneath this island that I built around it, the all-in-one rack, just chillin'. The all-in-one rack that I've built for my band in Virtue. This is like a $10,000 rack of gear, soon to be resurrected. Keep, got something coming up with that. Top half of the Alto sit-stand desk. The box room, I guess. This is technically my laundry room, but I have a whole rack where I keep all of these boxes. Oh, Trey, why do you keep all the boxes? Because if you buy something from my shop, how am I going to ship it to you if I didn't keep the box? I'm gonna wrap it up in a bag, yeet it to the 4 winds with hope? No. Gretsch snare drum, yeet. This is something that I got from an old job that I worked at. It's signed by Vinny Appice from the Dio band in '86. But I don't really collect stuff, you know? He said surrounded by things he collects. I don't collect things on purpose. I don't play the drums. Yeet. Ah! What do we got? Zildjian, a custom 10-inch splash. Yeet. Moving on. Look at this, even this little hallway space, I've got gig bags. Keep. Home defense line over here. Oh man. Travel songwriter's best friend. Keep. A traveling songwriter's best friend. Keep, keep, keep. On Gear Exchange, you can also sell camera gear. Pocket 6K. This used to be my primary stream camera. Yeet. Canon EOS 70D. I built my channel on this camera. Yeet. Interfaces galore. I don't know if I need this or not. The Apoyo Solo. Keep. Rode Podcaster mic. I think I have 4 of these for my podcast rig. That's a tough one. Does this count as someday gear or today gear? Keep. Onto the closet of shame. in my bedroom. First of all, the wall. Keep, keep, keepity keep. I don't know, how do you guys keep your straps? This isn't even like 10% of the guitar straps that I own. Keep. Petrucci beard. Keep. Oh, little piece of history. The Gear God's sign. Just casually a couple of event monitors. So, this is why I can't have nice things, because I hoard them! 2 Anki cases and a Quantum case. All right, you ready for this? This is enough straps to choke a fucking elephant with. Yeet. Oh, here we go. Ready for this? This is the first strap I ever owned. Maximum cringe. But keep for nostalgia. Donner Sin Bass. Yeet. Ancient Behringer mixer. Mostly broken. Yeet. Might have to give away. Casual rev pedals. Keep. Fishman pickups Power Stage 200. Fishman Fluence Classic. Yeet. Gear God's customized Vespa. Keep. And now we come to the ultimate keep or yeet. This one is a sticking point for me, but also a great illustration of this concept. The Mel 9 pedal. This turns your guitar into a Mellotron. Just looking at this launches me into an existential crisis of keep or yeet, but this unfortunately falls under someday, and thus I will yeet. That's a sad yeet. The Gizmotron. This is one of the weirdest and coolest inventions. Strong yeet candidate. 2 notes, Torpedo Cab M. Yeet. Eventide, Riptide, unused. Yeet. In the Star Wars box. Or a Crunchmaster. Yeet. Keep. Keep. The cutest thing in the entire world. Oh, how could I ever part with a Metal Zone? Ceremonic USB microphone. I have no idea why I have this. Yeet. Another one for the lulz. I am going to keep this. Now to the stream room. Watch your head. You're gonna have to squeeze in. Got the Balaguer Thicket with the Evertune bridge, and then, of course, Kenneth the Goat. Jesus! Oh, okay. Sorry, bro. Sorry. It's a little sensitive. Keep. Keep. Audient ID 44, which replaced the UAD. Keep. Not a lot of yeets in here, but one of the things that I want to acquire with the money that I get from selling all of this stuff is to get a direct drive double pedal. If I do that, I will probably yeet this. Here's another great reason to get rid of stuff. If you play the guitar and you have a lot of guitars, you know the pain that I'm about to show you of the gig bag closet, which is right behind me. Oh my God, there's so many of them. It actually makes me feel a little bit claustrophobic just looking at it. Now the garage studio, which of course has the most stuff. I don't even know where to start with this one. I am actually honestly overwhelmed. Don't ask me why this is on the table. Keep. Blackstar Stereo 20 V2. Yeet. I don't know how many interfaces we're up to at this point, but Apollo Twin. Yeet. Rev guitar cabs. Currently used as storage. Yeet. Wang's 1987 HW and 2204 HW. Both. Yeet. I'm more or less yeeting all of my physical amps with one exception. Excuse the mess. I love me some tube amps, but they're big, they're expensive. Let's run it down and see which ones make the cut. Blue Guitar Amp 1 Iridium Edition. This is the shit. Yeet. Someone should be making amazing sounds with this. 2 Lunchbox amp heads. The Rev G20, the Angle Iron Ball, way more features. If I'm gonna take a small head to use for a gig, this is the one I'm gonna use. The reason I'm gonna get rid of the Rev is because the one that I'm keeping and will probably never ever sell is the Generator Mark III. Pry it from my cold dead hands, bro. Angle Savage 120, it is not mine. Keep. Hiding over here in the corner. The Motor Synth from Game Changer. Crazy piece of hardware. Yeet, because who's got the time? Aztec Death Whistle. No, I'm not kidding. Keep. Let's take a quick walk down guitar lane. This is gonna be the hardest part. Yeet. Keep, yeet, 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 keep, yeet, keep. This is gonna be a whole story in and of itself. Look, buy all of my other stuff so that I don't have to yeet this one. I love this guitar, but this one's gonna be a sad yeet. Yeet, keep, yeet, keep, yeet. I've had this one a really long time. Keep. Gotta go digging for some of this stuff. Rev 1x12 cab. It has a vintage 30 in it. Yeet, keep, keep. Currently the only bass that I own. Keep. A whole set of drum microphones from SE. Yeet. And then, why do I have 2 DS1s? Yeet. KMA Audio Machines Tyler the Frequency Splitter Deluxe. It says on the back, not for sale, don't flip it. So keep, I guess. Guardian of the Worm. Keep. Gotta have a good noise gate. He said, pulling out the cock blocker. They only made 1 run of these. If it's worth something, I'm gonna eat it. I cannot for the life of me remember who makes these fuzz pedals, but I love them and I will never sell these. Aris Effects Parallel Overdrive. Keep. Beatronics Swarm. Hard keep. Yeet. Keep. Yeet. Probably yeet. Keep. Yeet. Greatest wah pedal ever. Keep. I think it's very important to note that I'm not selling any of this stuff because I don't like it or because there's something wrong with it. In fact, I would love to keep all of it. I look at all of these things and I go, oh, I could totally use that someday. But I'm not running a gear warehouse. I'm only gonna keep stuff that I'm actively using now or that I'm gonna be using in the near future. I once saw a video of someone who moved into a tiny house, and she said that rather than putting all of her stuff in storage, she got rid of mostly everything and then treated her local thrift store kind of like it was storage. Like if she needed a bundt cake pan, she'd go to the Salvation Army, buy one for $1, and then if she wasn't gonna use it again, she'd just donate it. And that's kind of how I'm treating this. Almost none of this stuff that I'm selling is really one of a kind. So if I really need it again at some point, I'll just go back on Gear Exchange and buy another one. So now it's time to take pictures of all of this stuff so that I can list it.
Yeah.
And now comes the fun part, which is listing everything in my Gear Exchange store and setting the prices. So here's Gear Exchange. This right here is one of my favorite parts of Gear Exchange. If you take the payout as a Sweetwater gift card, you don't pay any fees at all. So if I want to just spend all of the money that I make from selling this stuff on more gear, then I would take it as a gift card. I'm gonna have to kind of think about that for myself because I don't want to just wind up back in the same situation that I'm trying to get myself out of. But there are a few things that I do need that I'm gonna shop for while I'm on here. Let's list. Let's look at the Rev G20. Get started. Because it's something that they sell on Sweetwater, they already have the information in here. Just gotta select the condition, which in this case, I would call excellent. I'm gonna upload some photos. Several angles, put in a little description, gently used, amazing tones from a tiny box. And it automatically includes all of the specs so that you don't have to add them in the listing. I can include the YouTube video that I made with this amp. The next one in the generator series. Primitive times. Pick the delivery method, shipping, or local pickup. This for me might be the hardest part. Trying to figure out how much to set the shipping for, but they've got a little shipping estimator. And because they sell this item, they already know how big it is and how much it weighs. So now I gotta set the price. It tells you the average of what ones have sold for recently. Just for funsies, let's see what they're listed for. Only one for sale right now, $710. I guess it depends on whether I want it to sell fast. Let's set it at $750 because I'm in no rush to sell. And then I can pick the payout method. If I want to take the gift card, I'll just get $750 plus the shipping, or I can take the money and then I have to pay the fee. And I can change that at any point before they actually pay me out. And then I get a little preview of what it looks like. Take a look at all these pictures I took. They're not great. Look at that thumbnail. Become money! And Bob's your uncle. One thing that I'm gonna do to make my life much easier is to import all of my listings that are already on Reverb and save myself a ton of time. And Gear Exchange makes that extremely easy to do. They've got step-by-step instructions. Export all my live listings. Then I just grab the CSV file, and then it automatically takes all the listings that I had on Reverb and puts them on Gear Exchange. Boom! If you want to buy any of the things that I'm listing here from me and fund my next irresponsible gear purchase, I'll put the link to my storefront in the description. Gear exists to make the creative process possible, but watching this video feels like an episode of Hoarders, where the stuff makes life impossible to enjoy. I'm already breathing a huge sigh of relief at the prospect, just the prospect, of having less stuff in the way. And I'm already feeling way more creative, even though I haven't actually sold anything yet. There's also a couple things that I need that I can buy with the money that I'll make. Obviously, My situation is pretty unusual. Yours might be the opposite, where you don't have enough gear to make what you want. But either way, Gear Exchange is your path to gear redemption. Yeet or complete your collection at the link in the description. Stay squishy, Gong Gang, and I'll see you real soon.